What's up, wonderful Earthlings? It's me, your guy, Y311H, with good vibes, man. And thank you very, very much for clicking this video. Respect to yourself. You see, happiness is the only thing that multiplies when you share it. It's why here we choose to spread love, peace, forgiveness, honesty, and good vibes among humans across the whole world, so that all people might be happy and full of good vibes. Wonderful, so react together with me these videos through the comment section there, and through leaving your thoughts and what you think about them. You see, every bit till the end so that you can spread good vibes right out of Africa. Lots of good vibes. Hit the like button, tell us where you're watching from, and watch till the end. Let's dive in, man. Good vibes. Atlantis, this was captured somewhere. Oh, looks like Atlantis. It was captured on 7th of 2017 August at around 9:37 p.m. Oh my god. This photo was taken from a cruise ship shared on Facebook by someone showing a large structure that appeared to be rising out of the ocean. What? How's that possible? Oh, who posted it? His crew set sail from the port of Lisbon at around 5 p.m. into the Atlantic, as he was winding down for the evening, trying to look for dolphins. Oh, wow. On the balcony port side, when he spotted that structure. What do you think that structure is? Huh. Some have suggested that that structure is a ghost ship in the distance, something like that, or a mirage, or even Atlantis. What do you think, wonderful people of Earth? You see? Hmm. Give your thoughts on this. No one knows. And then there's this secret footage of a visitor from Saturn. Oh my god, Saturn is a planet, I think. But that was seen in Miami. Is this real? Good people of Earth. Just tell us what's going on here. Oh, this is crazy. Look at this, man. What type of creature is that? You see this other stuff here, we have been seeing them. And you wonder if this is people putting on suits or what's going on. Because if it's not people putting on suits, then we really need to understand what's going on. You see?
Who runs the United States of America? Well, I am going to tell you right now, but I must stress first that this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's go. So, we see President Biden. He is running the United States of America, correct? No, that is not correct. The person running the United States of America is the Chief of Military Intelligence, known as the Chief. He is appointed in a secret process. Once appointed, he serves for life, his identity never revealed. His job is to create a master plan for the national security of the United States of America, a 15-year plan. Don't ask me why it's 15 years. I don't know that answer yet, but I will try and find out for you. Although it's entertainment purposes only, remember that. So, these people, the chief, as he is known as, he has 10,000 people that work for him to carry out this plan in the United States of America. These people have key positions. They are presidents of universities, they are presidents of corporations, they are high up in governments, and their job is to stop people like myself, for example, who may want to be a politician and maybe a president. If I lived in the United States, if I had some sort of idea that they did not like and would jeopardise the master plan, they could stop it straight away because they have key positions. They are the gatekeepers, basically, in stopping all these people with brilliant ideas that want to do great things for this planet and for the United States of America. So what happens is, if there is an invention, a good example is the laser. The person who invented the laser had a traumatic experience and he is well aware of what is going on. He basically got it taken off him. He gets no credit for it. It was secret, government patented. Only the government gets to use this laser weapon and many other people that came up with inventions have done this. There is also, when people are going to schools, again, key workers in schools, doctors, all that type of thing, they keep a close eye on people that might show basically genius. And if they can't control that genius, or they think it's going to jeopardise the master plan of what the chief has, then it is nipped in the bud by any means necessary. Now, people refer to these people that go to people's doorsteps when they see sightings, for example, the men in black. They are actually known as the Q men. Don't get this mixed up with QAnon. It is the Q men. This is what it is known as. These people are there to carry out this plan for this president, which is the chief, not President Biden. Well, known as the Q men, have top secret code word clearance. Now, what does that mean, and what does that represent, and how does that work? Okay, for example, if we get a newspaper, or we see a news bulletin, or we are reading an article about something, maybe, for example, in Ukraine, why that war has started, there are words in there which they know represent something. And that will tell them the truth of what's going on. Because they need to know the truth, what's going on. They get told the truth. We do not get told the truth. So that is what top secret code word clearance is for these people. These people are in organisations like secret societies like the Masons, the Skull and Bones and stuff like that. And people that do not follow that, like for example, there are only 3 presidents who have never been part of any secret society: Abraham Lincoln, JFK, and Donald Trump. These 2 were assassinated. This one's being chased after and trying to be put into prison. So, is that a coincidence? These 3 presidents do not follow the pattern of what they want. I've forgot. I was going to put them in the video. This is again just doing a short video just to update people on certain things that I think they should hear for entertainment only purposes. Okay? If people are genuinely interested in what I've just said and would like any information, please send me a DM. And I must stress this now. I am fit as a fiddle, nothing wrong with me, in good health, good state of mind. Nothing absolutely wrong with me at all. So, if something happens to my channel or to me, I want you lot to ask questions immediately. This is potentially the biggest leak we've had with regards to meetings about UFOs. Can you help identify the 2 people in this video? Check it out.
It's a yin and yang kind of vision. And so we do lots of things that people can see on the outside, but we actually do them because we have a national security mission about a peace that people may not be able to see. So we give an incomplete picture that looks out. It may sound a little facetious on this, but I was an academic for 20 years. And so I wrote lots of papers on lots of topics. I can't acknowledge whether those papers are right or wrong today in my position, and never will be able to the rest of my life because of the type of clearances I have. That's the challenge we have. And so there will always be an incomplete picture and a mystery. But part of the mystery is by necessity. And so we will always continue to try to say, but Los Alamos is iconic. And so that iconic mystery, in the most positive way, will always be that we have aliens at TA-33 that nobody knows about. We transport them up to Dulce occasionally and then bring them back. But, the fact of the matter is, we can't talk about all those things, but we do make a huge change.
Mais non, ça prend feu même. Je viens enfin de réussir à me procurer du vibranium, que l'on appelle aussi cobalt. Ces 2 pierres viennent de République du Congo. Je les ai eues pour 800 €. Il m'a fallu attendre 3 mois et d'énormes négociations. Je ne peux pas vous dire comment je les ai eues, mais on ne peut pas les obtenir en France. Cette pierre a pour la particularité de produire de l'énergie, de produire de l'électricité. Elle est similaire, selon certains physiciens, au graphène, constitué d'atomes de carbone disposés selon un motif hexagonal. C'est l'une des substances les plus fines jamais fabriquées, à la fois extrêmement flexible, au moins 100 fois plus résistante que l'acier. On va tout de suite faire ensemble le test de cette pierre que je viens de recevoir. Allez, c'est parti. On va donc tester ensemble ce vibranium. Wow, c'est incroyable la réaction entre ces deux roches. Wow, effectivement. C'est juste incroyable. La pierre prend feu carrément. Elle est tellement magnétique, regardez qu'en passant simplement la pierre devant la lampe frontale, ça l'allume et ça l'éteint. C'est incroyable. La force électromagnétique et de rechargement dont elle est capable de disposer quand elle est en contact avec des appareils électriques. On va maintenant faire le test avec un vieux téléphone. Il est cassé mais il marche toujours, on va le poser sur la pierre. Vous voyez ? Ça charge même le téléphone.
This is going to blow so many of your minds. Okay, watch only the people in the white. I'm about to play a video. This is the selective attention test. Only count the number of passes between the people wearing white, okay? Only 50% of people get this correct. So I'm going to play the video. Watch this. Count only the white, okay? And pay attention. Okay, here we go. Remember, count only the passes for white. See if you can get this, okay? Pay attention. Okay, how many passes did you get? The answer was 15, but that wasn't the test. The test that's going to really blow your mind is that there was a gorilla, play it back, that walked straight through the middle, and you didn't even notice it because you were busy counting how many passes the white people were passing, right? And this is funny because this is a little bit how the media works.
Huh. Had you seen the gorilla? Leave some comment. And how many times did you count? And then there's this other fish here. Oh my god. Yeah, that fish is like it is cutting another creature. What creature is that? Oh, me, good people of Earth.
If you rotate your
What are
field
those
this
stuff?
way, you're fine. But if you switch those fields and go that way, you've just created an anti-life force field around your body, and you're going to get weak and eventually get sick, and eventually you won't be able to survive. And so I got to see if anybody's doing this. It's really simple. From a point in front of you, are you rotating the male one to your left, 34? Is there anybody not doing that? No? From a point in front. If you pick the point, once I had a person who was really sick, ended up in a wheelchair, and they were getting, this is only about 3 or 4 years into doing the Merkaba, and they were just getting sicker and sicker and sicker, and when she described it to me, she was saying, no, I'm doing exactly what you're saying. And I just couldn't understand it because the symptoms were so clear to me. But she was saying, no, I'm going 34 to the left and 34 to the right. And then after a long discussion with her, I found out she didn't pick a point in front, she picked a point in the back. So why? I don't know. But she was going 34 this way, 21 this way, and it reversed the field. As soon as she switched it back the other way and chose a point in front of her so the reference was correct, all of her symptoms went away. She's fine. Is there anybody here that is doing the Merkaba where you have I'll try to lock this, where this point, this is the male point forward and the female point forward. It doesn't really matter. I'll use the male one. But is there anybody taking this male or the sun tetrahedron and spinning it one way and the female one and spinning it in the other way? Is there anyone doing that? Just so you know, there's a spectrum of Merkabas that are possible. The universe has found a little more than 100,000. It's about 100,000 and 200 approximately. And that's what they've learned. They haven't found a new one in a very, very long time because they've exhausted all possibilities. But if you spin the top one way and the bottom one the other way, that's the first one. It's the very first, simplest, easiest way to create an energy field around your body. And medicine men and shamans all around the world have been doing this for thousands of years. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's very, very limited. You can go fourth dimensional, but you can't go any higher. And so you can do fancy things. I mean, you can disappear. You can, all kinds of stuff. And you can gain information and knowledge and lots of things you can do that shamans have done with it. But it's not capable of making the movement that we need to make. And so they eliminated that one and went to the second one. And the second one is the realization that there's actually 3 sets of these things. And they're on the same axis. And so when they're stationary, which is where they are around most people, if you could psychically see them, you'd just see one set sitting there when there's actually 3 because of the same size and the same axis. But there's one set that is male, that is electrical in nature, and it's basically our mind, and it moves this way, counterclockwise relative to where I am. And then the female one, which is magnetic in nature and is the emotional body work, and it goes the other way. And then there's one that's fixed, that doesn't move. However, just so you understand, because a lot of people don't understand this, the difference between 34 and 21 is 13. And so the whole thing, if you put it into a computer and made this computer model to do it, you'd see it. The whole thing rotates around counterclockwise at 13, while the other things are doing this thing in the middle in there. The human body is complicated. If you look inside the muscles and all the nerves and all the stuff that's in here, it's amazing what's going on inside here. And our light body is actually really simple compared to the other, but it's still complicated. So just with your intention, make sure that you understand that it's a full set going that way, a full set going that way, and one set that's fixed. And it'll be fine.
Hey, you got a second? You may think Flat Earth is stupid, but NASA? They sure don't. Linear aircraft model for a rigid aircraft of constant mass flying over a flat, non-rotating Earth. Number 2 in this paper, the rigid body equation of motion over a flat, non-rotating Earth. This is a good one. The program, while maintaining its fidelity for the most maneuvers and applications, point mass modeling, non-turbulent atmosphere, 0 side forces, and a non-rotating Earth. Here's another one. I wonder what point A is. The Earth is flat and non-rotating. I wonder if that's why Obama was always making fun of flat earthers, so it would become herd mentality. Also maybe us taking long distance photography photos 273 miles away. The top peak of these mountains that we're seeing is 3 miles high, okay? So there's 9 miles of missing curvature, so if you add the peaks of the mountain, that's 6 miles. The Earth's flat. For anybody with a conscience still, this should be obvious. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And these guys are, stare at this picture too long. I know that they brainwashed everybody in school, no, everybody thought Copernicus, Pythagoras, we all thought that the Earth was a ball forever, man. No. Whoa, they lied. They lied to us. I'm sorry, they lied to you, they lied to me. All of our ancestors left us pictures, and none of them were drawn balls. I've said it before, I will say it again. Something's going on at the North Pole. This is what our ancestors drew. And this is what I'm getting on Google Earth. No way in hell. Let me go check right now. Density, guys. Density, buoyancy, electromagnetism, observable, repeatable, measurable forces. Gravity is not holding Australians to the bottom side of an oblate spheroid that spins 1,000. No, just because Freemasons say it doesn't mean it's true. Seriously. Think about it. Lighthouses, right? You can see these things from like almost 100 miles away, dude. There's no way we're on a ball. That's 6,666 feet of missing curvature. Over a mile, man. They're laughing at you guys, okay? Yeah, you get it? They're laughing at you. That's a flat Earth map. That's the UN logo. Look it up. This model defies the second law of thermodynamics every day.
Even the song.
Ah, oh my god. Ah, these people should be honest. Listen.
So many people have no idea how important the Tower of Babel is and what it means. The all-seeing eye is the unfinished Tower of Babel mentioned in the Bible. George Washington was a renowned mason, and on the back of our $1 bill is M-A-S-O-N with the all-seeing eye. But you might ask, Ryan, why is that important? Let me show you this. The Washington Monument built in his honor is the tallest of its kind in the world. It is 555 feet high. Well, 555 feet times 12 inches is 6,660 inches. But you might ask, why is that important? I really hate to be the one to tell you this if you don't already know that. Nimrod was the one who built the Tower of Babel to go and try to defeat God. Well, Nimrod has 70 different names, whether that's Osiris or Apollo. Anyways, his birthday is December 25th, which is why we celebrate Christmas on December 25th. He's known for having a long beard, reindeer, and a Christmas tree. The Christmas tree represents Nimrod's penis, as it is the only part of his body not found. His wife started the tree tradition and hung balls on it. The garland is wrapped around it to signify a snake. The 5-pointed star at the top represents a pentagram. The whole thing is one big satanic celebration. The people of Babylon would make a wish for Moloch, and then they would place their babies to be burned alive into the arms of Moloch. And they believed that by offering up their babies to this god on December 25th, they would receive everything they had requested on their wish list in the year to come. The image of Moloch was a giant statue made of iron. Underneath this image was an umid, and it was stoked with wood until it became bright red. The image resembled today's modern-day Satan Claus or Santa Claus, and people are still offering up their children to Moloch. But Ryan, why is that important, and why should we care? Well, in Zechariah chapter 5, it tells us why. And this is the curse that goes forth over the face of the whole earth. An angel asked Zechariah, "What do you see?" And he says, "This is an ephah." And I know an ephah is a unit of measurement that holds 10 omers, but that is the lead unit that holds. What does that look like, y'all? And where do these ephahs bear? And he says, to build a house in the land of Shinar. Where is Shinar? Nimrod was described as the king in the land of Shinar. That is in Iraq. Y'all, everything is connected. Everything has a meaning. And I need you to try to wake up as many people as you possibly can. Jesus Christ is the only truth that there is that we know of. And if you put your faith and your hope in Jesus Christ, you shall be saved and don't have to worry about all the lies and the deception that we've been told here on this earth. I'm telling you right now, please get your house in order. The deception, the end time deception is here, and we are being played like a fiddle, y'all. Get your house in order.
Oh, much love to everybody, man. Good vibes. Look at this stuff now. Oh, some big-headed creature here. Looks like some alien from a distance. Then you wonder what that is. Oh, good people of Earth. What do you think
this guy
is
comes
that?
out and he's going to show us right now the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. He tells us, here we go.
Summer. Check the time. It's just after 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock midnight though.
Oh, so it's just after 12 o'clock midnight. But right away we notice a problem here. Look at this mountain, has no snow on it. And they're going to start their little time lapse here in a second. And all of a sudden you'll notice that right away this is going to have snow on it. Okay, now watch this. So if I stop it right about here, maybe that's a little too far, but you can kind of look at this, I don't know, Mickey Mouse figure here, and then you got like this tail. And watch, when we go 24 hours around, here comes the sun, around. this scene is exactly the same. Okay, so if I pause it at the right time here, I'm going to get the exact same. There's a little bit further. There. So there's the Mickey Mouse again. There's the duck. So it's not even real. So they're lying to us about Antarctica 24 hours.
Who's this guy lying? And
well, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is these are the kind of evidence. And if it was, so most people are like you, Globers would just take this and they shove it in our face and say, look, this is the evidence. And then what we do is we break it down and say,
I honestly don't care about anyone's videos except the one we're doing now.
Okay, good.
I guess you see the bigger point that he's making,
are
though.
all pretty much irrelevant to me unless I made it myself.
But you can kind of see the bigger point he's making, which is like, why would anyone ever have to deceptively edit? And I mean, that was a very famous video, and it was deceptively edited until we called it out, and then they ended up basically admitting, yeah, they edited it, but like, why? Like, sure, you didn't do that, and it's not like you're being deceptive, but what we're saying is like these mainstream, viewed by millions of people, official sources showing us this globe evidence, they are deceptively editing it and lying. That doesn't make any sense. The real question is, why would they lie, right? Why would they lie about it?
I wonder why they would lie.
Oh, let's leave your thoughts about that. Creepy stuff, man. How is that guy doing that with the gravity? How is that even possible?
Doctrines talks about the idea of a punishing God and the idea of punishment of humans and judgment in a negative sense. All of that information is representative of the human filtering process based on its understanding at the time of receiving information. Therefore, it's a misinterpretation. If you understand that God does not judge, does not punish, but is unconditional love, then you will have the core essential filtering system by which to separate the original information in its raw form and the human interpretation that may have come through belief systems, even if the interpreter didn't realize that that's what was happening. So anything that smacks of judgment in a negative sense and punishment is not directly from God, but a human interpretation of the idea that you judge yourselves, that you weigh yourselves in terms of what it is you believe you are or are not in alignment with when it comes to the vibration of unconditional love. You are the judges. You are the punishers. But humans tend to avoid looking at themselves that way. So they assign it to the idea of God, which is not God, except as the human expression of God with its foibles and fallibles and interpretive fear-based belief systems, which is also part of God. But you have to understand that it is the interpretation coming through a human. So anything that smacks of punishment and judgment is not the, shall we say, purest form of the idea of unconditional love that is the vibration of existence itself, which means it is the vibration of what you call God, or Allah, or Jehovah, or Wavoka, or whatever you want to call it, because God doesn't care what you call it, because God is everything and anything you can make up as a name to call it is fine, because all things are God, and there is nothing outside of it.
Oh man, and God
This is a genetically modified apple.
Yep,
an apple. It's been modified to grow in Florida year-round rather than just seasonally further north. It tastes exactly the same, and I'm all for increasing food production, but it gives me a creepy feeling. Like, should we be doing this? I don't know. What do you think?
Right there. Did you see that? I'm gonna go back, because if you don't slow it down, you miss it. But watch this. Right behind Russell's cameraman. Right there, right there. You sort of see this amorphous blob move behind him. I don't know what the hell that is. That could be a video distortion or something, but to me, I think we just captured a cloaked Bigfoot.
Oh my god, crazy stuff all over. And bro was used to all of his brain cells, used all of his brain cells to look at this and what, this is good vibes, man. These animals are full of good vibes. Look at this mysterious cave, some place. mysterious what looks like a temple, and now it has a tunnel system below. Oh my god. Stuff from the past are really mysterious, man. I mean, people with just primitive knowledge build this stuff. Look at that guy. He goes down there below, and let's see what's down there, man. Oh, this is crazy. Maybe this guy will come across some artifacts or some what? Who knows what? Maybe even technological stuff. What do you think these guys come across down there? See, this world is full of crazy stuff. You see, there is some big space there where someone can even stand. Huh? And the walls looks like they are made of brick. How is this even possible? Oh, that looks like a tunnel or a well that was dug by those people from the past. Oh, they must have put a lot of time and energy to build this. You see? Anyway, thanks for watching up to this for good vibes, people. Much love and respect to everybody. And to all new viewers and subscribers, you're loved and respected.